What is the Uni-Party? The news this week is that the House rejects push to impeach Homeland Security Mayorkas. This is the state of the Republican Party in 2024. Fractured, divided, unable to do a single thing in the face of the laughter of the Democratic Party. Every Democrat knows their job is to vote for the ideology, but the Republicans have a different motto, which is, always cave to the Uni-Party. So what is the Uni-Party? Our two-party system of Republican and Democrat was just for appearances. There was no real opposition party to the party of statism and centrist government that defines the federal bureaucracy. This was the Uni-Party. You know things are bad when even a Democrat candidate for president talks more conservative than the Republican leadership at the Republican National Committee.
Can you explain what Joe Biden's doing?
I can't explain the rationale, and I've been down to the border. I spent 3 days in Yuma watching this, and I was astonished. Between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. in the morning, I watched 300 people just walk across the border. There were buses that were bringing them up to the border that were owned by the Mexican drug cartel, 100 or 55 people in a bus. And I watched the first 110 people that came over were from West Africa. And I wasn't able to interview them, but then the second 2 buses that came in, I was able to interview all the people, and only 2 of them had asylum claims. Most of them were from Asia.
Right.
And it's astonishing that the Border Patrol is utterly demoralized. You could stop this very quickly. And there doesn't seem to be any interest in the Biden administration doing it. Last month, Steve, we hit a record of 247,000 migrants arrested, which means many more were coming across.
CNN, the most trusted news source. GOP senators seethe as Trump blows up delegate border negotiations. Senior Senate Republicans are furious that Donald Trump may have killed an emerging bipartisan deal over the southern border, depriving them of a key legislative achievement on a pressing national priority. Take a look at this tweet. Here's a provision for over $2 billion for non-government organizations which are directing the illegal invasion force. It's called Refugee and Entrant Assistance. Not a single Democrat wrote a word of this bill. Joe Biden said back in December, I'd like a bill tying Ukraine aid to border security. Let's see how this all got set in motion by Republican senators eager to please their master, Joe Biden. Biden open to policy changes on the border as his push for Ukraine funding stalls. Republicans think they can get everything and now they're willing to literally kneecap Ukraine on the battlefield and damage our national security. McConnell was particularly striking, given that he had been a chief advocate for a border-Ukraine package. There it is right there, folks. Mitch McConnell doesn't work for you. He works for the Uni-Party. It doesn't matter to him how you vote in elections. The Uni-Party always wins. In addition to about $60 billion in economic and military aid to Ukraine, Biden's $106 billion supplemental request already allocates $14 billion for border security. Do you see the breakdown there, folks? The grand old party, the GOP, the Republican National Committee, and the Senate leadership in the form of Mitch McConnell was willing to give Joe Biden everything he wanted just to spite Donald Trump. And then they lied and said, Trump's interfering in our negotiations. No, Donald Trump works for the American people. He doesn't work for the Uni-Party. And that's why the GOP Senate has never supported Donald Trump at all during his presidency or as a candidate. It's entirely about what the Uni-Party wants. The federal bureaucracy, the big swamp, the deep state. They are the enemy of every American taxpayer. And yet, everything that they do, their entire agenda, depends on us and our paychecks and our earnings. So when you see the news in February 2024, just 10 months from the 2024 presidential elections, that the House GOP can't even agree to blame the Homeland Security Secretary for an open border. And that's one of the gravest crises our country faces right now, if not the most important crisis of an open southern border. If the Republican Party cannot even come together on that, what can they possibly come together on other than their mutual loathing of Donald Trump? This is why the Uni-Party is the enemy of every American citizen and every American taxpayer. Vote your conscience in 2024, and remember, these people of the Uni-Party do not work for you. Stop re-electing them. Thank you.